It is Greyhound football on the road at Stuttgart, Arkansas, in a huge conference game for the Newport Greyhounds. David Black, Randy Klepechka, Shane Hutchison, and Dan Klepechka once again bringing you the action here on Saturday morning, Sunday night, or Tuesday. Randy C., welcome aboard.
Thanks, David. Great to be here, close to home again at Stuttgart, Arkansas. You know, storied history between these two football teams, and I think everybody expects a great football game tonight.
Randy, there's no doubt about it. And any time you go on the road, it's tough in this conference. We've had some great battles down here at Stuttgart down through the years.
Absolutely. The first Newport game I ever saw was actually down here, and I was not a Newport fan that night. Of course, growing up close to here in 1981, you know, only 10 miles from home, I read about this great playoff game that was going to occur between Newport and Stuttgart. So that was the first game I'd ever seen, and I sat on the Newport game I'd ever seen instead on these Stuttgart sidelines. Saw a great football game. So this team, again, just a lot of great games between these two football teams. As you said, a huge football game, especially as we start looking for playoff seedings down the road.
Well, yeah, no doubt about it. And when you look at coming in, you think, well, Stuttgart's got a chance to be a conference champion. Newport's got a chance. Thought Stuttgart might be a little bit down, but we knew West Helena coming in was going to be a real good football team. You thought Heber might be down a little bit because of the change of the coaches, so on and so forth. But I think year in, year out, Newport and Stuttgart are going to be near the top, and this game's going to be pivotal in the seedings, no doubt. I mean, whoever wins this football game gets the upper hand on any tiebreaker later on.
Yeah, I mean, you look at right now, we're still very, very early, but you look at West Helena, and CAC possibly as the two top teams, just looking at scores, you know, we can be right there with those guys. Stuttgart can be right there with us. So, you know, there's 3 or 4 teams that can be in that upper echelon of this conference, and we want to be one of them.
Randy, our pregame show brought to you by Arkansas Steel Associates at 2803 Van Dyke Road, 523-3693. And we always talk about the good folks at Arkansas Steel and how they always give back to the community, and they do here on Cable Channel 15 TV by sponsoring the pregame show for the last 7-8 years or so, and just excited for those guys to be the pregame sponsor. Randy, the Hounds will be kicking off to Stuttgart. Stuttgart, homecoming, big-time atmosphere, big crowd, small crowd for Newport, maybe a late arriving crowd.
Yeah, hopefully it's a late arriving crowd. You know, the weather forecast calling for, you know, almost likelihood of rain, almost certainty of rain. You know, it's held off so far. Very warm, down in the 80s here with no rain. So, you know, it shouldn't be a factor in this football game unless it changes like it did a couple of years ago when we were here.
Well, Carl Turner can be a factor in the football game, and we don't know up until game time whether or not he's going to be even playing tonight.
All right, you know, he had a little turf toe problem, I think. I saw him in pregame. He looked like he was moving around pretty good, so hopefully he will be available in near full speed tonight. Hounds, as you said, will kick off. We did defer. And we've chosen to kick off. Kicks off to the side, be fielded at the 28-yard line. And as always, great coverage by the Newport Greyhound special teams. And there are 9 Greyhounds around the play to make the tackle.
Kickoff brought to you by Brian Smith, Farm Bureau Insurance at 206 North Harwood Street, 523-8946. Brian Smith and Farm Bureau. Well, the coverage has just been outstanding. You picked that up several weeks ago, and we've kind of noticed that, and we are just outstanding on kick coverage.
Outstanding. Of course, we don't kick it extremely deep. That helps, but it doesn't matter. Our guys are playing extremely well. Stuttgart, 1st and 10 at the 29-yard line. They run a lot of read option, I think, out of this offense. New coach Vince Perrin in his first year here at Stuttgart. Motion man coming around this side, and he's got room. Great job by Willis. Great speed by Willis, David, from his linebacker position, limiting that to about a 2-yard gain.
Well, the running back just kept running and kept running and kept running, and Colton Willis is one of those guys that can go sideline to sideline. He was phenomenal last week at his linebacker position. He and Kyron both had field days, and that's just a good stop by Colton Willis coming from the far side.
All right. 2nd down, 8. Quarterback keeps it. Option play to the left. Played well by the Hound defense against Sam Bowen and others. They let him fall forward. Gets more than probably he should have. That'll bring up 3rd down and 4 from the 35.
Sam Bowen gets the start defensively. He's one of our starting offensive guards because Denver's not able to play this week because of the incident in last week's football game. We'll miss Denver.
Jesse Simmons in the game. Terrell Roddy out. Some beef on that defensive line at defensive tackle. 3rd and 4. Big player in the first drive. Handoff straight ahead, and he will go nowhere. Jesse Simmons and others, 4th down and 3 for Stuttgart.
Well, anytime you come out on the football field and you kick off and you want to defer to the second half, the thing that you want most is to get a big stop, and the Hounds got one.
That's why I'm all about deferring, but you got to do that. When you do defer, you got to stop that team, get field position, and then, you know, then you've got an extra possession, as I see it, the rest of the game. They will punt it. They're lining up. We just do not want to jump here. I'm certain they will get back into the punt formation, and they do. There's the kick. High kick. Not real deep. They'll get a good Stuttgart bounce inside the 25. Be first and 10 Newport at their own 22. 10:20 to go here in the first quarter. No score.
Well, we'll see whether or not Carl Turner comes onto the field. And you say he looked pretty good in warm-up. You know, he didn't practice all week. He's been on crutches all week, Randy. And here's a good point, bad point. Or good point. When you don't practice, the bad point is that you don't get any reps and you might worry about your timing. But I think one of the great points about that is you get to rest your legs all week and you're real fresh on Friday.
Yeah, he's not starting. Ben Collier will start in the backfield. Ben did not play last week because of an injury.
He's
Ben
got fresh
Collier.
legs.
Yeah. Gunner straight back, those little hitch screen to McCabe. McCabe Cordell up to about the 27-yard line. Gain of 5, maybe 6. Good first down possession play, and the Hounds have 2nd and 5.
McCabe, one of those underrated players that plays on both sides of the football. Real athletic kid and knows what to do with the football once he gets it.
McCabe, 12 receptions this year, moved into the listings in the Jonesboro Sun in yesterday's paper. 2nd down 4. Gunner looks to coach for the play. Again, he's got Ben Collier beside him in the backfield. 3 receivers right, 1 left. Still plenty of time on the clock. Hand off to Ben. Collier with room, and Ben Collier will have a first down in more. Past the 35, Ben Collier running tough near the 38-yard line, first down Newport.
Well, you lose absolutely nothing when Ben Collier comes into the football game. Maybe not quite as physical as a Carl Turner, but tremendous speed, great speed, and a threat to go every time he touches the football.
Yeah, an extra step on Carl. First and 10 from the 38-yard line, we'll call it. McCabe, Charlie, this way. Collier, this way. Boy, swarmed real well by the Stuttgart defense. They spread it out, and Ben just didn't have anywhere to go, and he'll lose some yardage on that play. Hopefully we'll get some good forward progress. We do it at the 35, so 2nd down and 13 from the 35.
Hayden Schultz gets the start. He's been the starting center all year long, as the offensive line has been intact all year long. Left guard is Nick Murphy, and, of course, big 62 Jesse Simmons over on the left side. And the right side, Sam Bowen and also Caleb Statler, and both those guys have had good years.
2nd and 13 from the 35. Comes the blitz. We hand off to Ben. Cuts back. Well, not much there. He stood straight up at the 37-yard line. Be 3rd down and 11 for Newport.
8:35 to play here in the first quarter. Beautiful night, boy, like you talked about, the temperature rather warm, kind of real muggy at game time, but since the sun has gone down, it's gotten a little cooler, a little breeze coming through. The more breeze that comes through means the clouds are coming.
Yeah, not as breezy as it was the second half of the last game we were here.
I was going to say that. Well, it got breezy, didn't it?
Yeah, extremely breezy straight out of the north. Hopefully we won't get that tonight, although we do expect some rain possibly. 3rd down and 11. Have to get to the 48. Gunner straight back, in trouble, and he'll be sacked back at the 28-yard line. Loss of 9, and the Hounds will have to punt it from the 28-yard line.
Well, one of the things that we have seen some throughout the year is Gunners not have enough time to throw. And if he doesn't have enough time to throw, I don't care if you're Johnny Unitas or Peyton Manning or whoever, if you don't have enough time to throw, you're not going to hit any open receivers because the kids don't have time to get open.
Will Golden back tonight. Good to see Will back from his illness. He is the deep snapper. Zach Altum did a great job in his absence. Good snap by Will. Charlie with a kick. He fielded. No, they'll just let it go and take a Hound bounce inside near the 30-yard line. Be 1st and 10 from the 30. Newport, Stuttgart.
Newport Food Mart, Newport Shell, Highway 367 North. We talk about it here on this broadcast. Fried chicken that is as good as you've ever put in your mouth. You can buy it by the piece, by the snack boxes, the lunch dinner boxes, several sides to choose from, including honey, butter, biscuits. Folks, I'm telling you, if you like fried chicken, pull in and get a little fresh fried chicken from the Newport Food Mart, Newport Shell, across from Merchants and Planters Bank and right in front of Cable 15 TV office.
1st and 10 Stuttgart from the 30, their second possession. Quarterback keeps this way, spreads it out, and he will fall down on his own pretty much at about the 33-yard line. Gain of 3, 2nd and 7 Stuttgart.
I was watching Jordan Neal, and they first grabbed him, and then they held him, and then they tackled him, and then he got up and they held him again.
Jordan with a great game in his first start last week in place of Ben Collier, who as we mentioned, was injured last week. 2nd and 7 from the 33. Quarterback keeps it. Little option play out to the left. Played well by the Hound defense is there. A gain of only 1. Another big 3rd and 6 for Stuttgart.
Yeah, trying to see who got there first. Keith Warsham.
Warsham played well. Kyron always around the play. Jordan Mabry, I think, also in the vicinity. Timeout, Newport.
Timeout on the field with 6:29 to play in the quarter. We have no score in the football game brought to you by Robert Turner at 1420 McLean Street, 523-8780. Edward Jones Investment. Former Newport Greyhound, number 62, Robert Turner. Hometown service in your wise investments, long-term, short-term, whatever the case may be. Give Robert a call or go by and see him today. Dr. Gavin McDowell at Customized Vision Care in the Village Mall, professional vision care. And don't you think that they don't want to talk about your eye health care, because, boy, I'm going to tell you what, they're the best in the business. Name brand sunglasses, name brand glasses, selection. They've got it all. Guaranteed contact lens success program. What in the world does that mean? That simply means if you never tried contacts before, or you have tried contacts before and they didn't quite work, come in and let them try to fit you with a pair. If those don't work, they'll try to fit you with another pair. If those don't work, they'll try to fit you with another pair. Eventually, you'll go,
what if those don't work?
I can't wear them. If those don't work, you say, I can't wear them. I mean, eventually comes a time where you realize as a patient that won't work, but they're guaranteed to fit you in a pair of contact lens, or you don't owe them a dime.
3rd down and 6 for Stuttgart from their 34. Hounds look like they're coming. Hand off inside, and he will go nowhere. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage barely. It'd be 4th down Stuttgart. Hound defense playing outstanding so far.
Yeah, it's Colton Willis again along with Jesse, and you win in the point of attack, and if you can win the point of attack, the line of scrimmage, you can play good defense.
Nick Murphy also in on that play. Good job, Nick. 4th and 6. DeAndre Elston deep for Newport. There's the punt. Short, high punt. DeAndre will just let it hit. Take a great bounce in favor of the Hounds, and we'll have it 1st and 10 at our own 44. Gain 16 yards on that switch of possessions.
Just looking at the Stuttgart football team and look at them offensively, you thought coming in these guys might be able to move the football. They don't look real big.
They're not
Randy.
big. Listen to their coach on the pregame on the Stuttgart radio station coming here. He was talking about how well his line in play. They talked about how outsized they are against everybody they play, but he said they've been getting better every week. Played really well against Stever last week, but again, we played well so far, especially our defensive front. Ben Collier. No, it's Carl. Carl back in the game. Had to sit out the first possession. He'll get 3 to about the 46, maybe the 47-yard line. 2nd and 7 for Newport. Roddy in, Stafford in from the sideline, Charlie and Willis out.
Stafford, a turf toe, some kind of
turf toe is what Carl told me last night. Kyron Stafford lines up at the left tight end position. We got one receiver each way, I formation. Straight inside to Carl. Carl spinning and running hard. And he'll be within about a yard of a 1st down. The pile's still going forward, but they'll mark him at about the 48-yard line, 3rd and 1.
Pretty good job of coming off the ball, the offensive line that time. 5 minutes to play first quarter, no score. The Hounds 3rd and a couple here.
3rd and 1. Let's get that 1st down, guys. I formation for the Hounds. Kyron switches to the left tight end.
I think we're going left.
We go right. Carl, 1st down and more. Carl Turner, near the 31-yard line, 1st down Newport.
Well, Carl Turner just took a handoff and got a block over on the right side. Got into the secondary, and I was trying to watch and see if he's limping as such, and maybe a little tired. If you don't practice all week, you lose some conditioning, but he looks to be ready to go. Got a little limp.
Yeah, a little bit, yeah. Noticed a little bit there. I formation, 1st and 10 Hounds. McCabe in motion. Little cut back to Carl, and boy, played well by the Stuttgart defense. Thought we were coming this way. They handed it going Carl right, and we lose 2, 2nd and 12.
Newport Greyhounds Huge conference game for both clubs tonight. I guess, are we on the road again next week? Is that right?
5 out of the first 7.
Yeah.
Go to Heber Springs next week. Then we get 2 out of the last 3 at home.
And next year get 6 out of 10 at home.
That'll be good, yeah.
Yes.
We'll play them where they schedule them.
Absolutely.
Collier this way. Ben Collier with room. Ben Collier with speed. Running hard. Ben Collier running over 2 guys inside the 20-yard line. Very near a first down. I think he's got it. Watch, tough running by Ben.
Yeah, tough running. Caleb Statler out there from his offensive backside tackle position, pulling around and getting a block. That's just good offensive line play by Caleb and great running by Ben.
You know, we always talk about Ben being the speed back, Carl running over people. That time Ben showed both. Great job, 1st and 10, Newport. Kyron back in the game. He'll line up at tight end on the right side. Ben Collier, the lone running back. He gets it. No, Gunner keeps it. Gunner, 15. Gunner near the 11, 12-yard line. Good first down play, 2nd and short, Newport.
Oh, anytime you can pick up big yardage like that on first down, it's a huge play, and it was a great fake, and everybody thought the running back had the football, and Gunner just tucked it and found him a little crease. Got at least 7. 3:15 to play. First quarter, no score. Hounds knocking on the door.
Ball just inside the 12-yard line. Have to get just inside the 10. McCabe goes right. And Kyron back in the game with that tight end position on the right side. Willis tight end on the left. I formation. Toss sweep to DeAndre back in the game. DeAndre Elston spinning inside the 10. First down, Newport. Well, a little new wrinkle we saw last week with DeAndre, that tailback, been playing well there.
You know, DeAndre's a great football player, and he can play anywhere. I mean, he can play at a linebacker position, any of the secondary guys. Great wide out, wonderful receiver. Could play fullback, tailback. He's just a good football player.
1st and goal, ball inside the 8. 3 minutes to go here in the first quarter. We're tied. Hounds threatening with the I formation. 1st and goal. Kyron in motion this way. Power to the left, and we go that way. DeAndre cuts inside. DeAndre inside the 5, near the 2. Good power play to the left. 2nd and goal from the 2. Flag on the play. You know what that probably is. The old holding penalty. Saw a bunch of those in that junior high game last night, and that'll bring it back 10 yards. 1st and goal from.
I don't like the call, and I wouldn't like the call if it were Stuttgart about to score. Because I think you can call holding on every play. I've talked about it for years. I don't like the holding call down there. If you tackle a guy, call holding. If you just grab a guy, let it go.
1st and goal from the 16 for Newport. Ben Collier back in the game at running back. Charlie and DeAndre right, McCabe left. Collier inside the 15 to about the 13. Be 2nd and goal from the 13 for Newport. Again, the big penalty. We would have 2nd and goal from the 2. Now it's 2nd and goal from the 13. 11 negative there. Clock's at 2:10 to go here in the first quarter. Again, both teams just running the football. Newport is, I guess, throwing one pass complete to McCabe. And otherwise, we've been on the ground, and that's why that clock has moved so quickly. 2nd and goal from the 13. Ben around the right side and played well by Stuttgart, and he'll be brought down for a loss back to the 14. 3rd and goal from the 14 for Newport.
Well, I just saw a streak of dark maroon coming. That's just good defensive play by Stuttgart. 1:33, clock moving here in the first quarter. 3rd down, and how many, Randy?
About 13. No, 14.
Yeah,
but between the
15,
14 and the 15. Hounds look to go to the air right here. Now we hand it off to Carl inside. No, Gunner keeps it, and he'll be dropped for another loss back to the 18-yard line. Hounds go from 2nd and goal at the 2 to 4th and goal from the 18.
Well, all caused by the holding penalty, number 1. Unless the Hounds can pull something out of their hat right here. And I like our chances with Donnie calling it from here. And we can give Gunner enough time to throw, he'll find an open guy.
Look for Willis from that tight end position. Hounds with 4 receivers. Gunner straight back. Throws it. Boy, we had it in our hands and just couldn't quite catch it. Ball turns over to Stuttgart.
Well, it was a great call. It was a great pass, and it was just not quite good enough on the reception end. DeAndre was there, and I think it went in and out of his hands. And that's a tough break for the Hounds.
Yeah, tough one. Well-executed play there. 33 seconds to go here in the first quarter. We're tied at 0.
Subway and the new Walmart Super Center open Monday through Thursday from 7 a.m. to 9 p.m., Friday and Saturday from 7 a.m. to 10 p.m., and Sunday from 9 to 9, the Sampsons.
1st and 10, Stuttgart. Ball at the 17-yard line. Option play this way. Quarterback cuts back, and he's got a lot of room. That's Stuttgart's first down of the game, up to the 33-yard line, 1st and 10, Stuttgart.
Moving the chains, going fast. Stuttgart with a big first down.
Clock's at 24 seconds to go here in the quarter. They spin it, likely the last play of the first quarter. Tall sweep to the left, big man, and he'll get a gain. Well, he's still on his feet. A good tough run up to the 40-yard line. Gain of nearly 7 on the play, brings up 2nd down and about 4, and that's going to be the last play of the first quarter. At the end of the first quarter, we're tied at 0.
And Newport Technology Center, we'll talk about top quality, great sounding headphones that have practically indestructible headbands that can be interchanged. Several colors of headbands available, including orange for orange and black headphones. We also have them in officially licensed Razorback and Red Wolf logo models. Come in and give them a listen, try them. Tell them you heard it on Cable 15 TV Greyhound broadcast, and you get a discount at Newport Technology Center, your Radio Shack dealer, Anthony May. Arkansas State University, founded as White River Vocational Technical School in 1976. And in 1992, the school merged with ASU BB, becoming ASU BB Newport. And in April of 2000, the Arkansas Board of Higher Education gave its approval for ASUN to become a standalone campus. What a great addition to the community of Newport, Arkansas, Jackson County, and Northeast Arkansas. ASU Newport, ASUN.edu. Randy C., first quarter, not a lot of offense, but the Hounds did drive it down, had a pretty good drive going, and get a holding penalty.
Yeah, old hanky, man.
Yeah, and you get it on the road.
We've seen that so many years, you know, the critical holding penalties they can always be so devastating. I don't think there's much doubt we probably would have scored on that drive, and things would be looking a lot different right now. Stuttgart with a couple of pretty good plays on their first 2 plays of this drive. 2nd down and 4 from the 39. Quarterback fakes and rolls, looks for a man, throws it. He's got man open, that's 15, and he'll be brought down inside the 30 to the 27-yard line. That's Weston Wilkes on the reception. His daddy was a great wide receiver, big kid here back 20 or 30 years ago, like 30.
Quarterback just throws it up, and the kid runs right under it, and they got a big play. They're on the move here.
Loosens that Newport defense up a little bit with that. 1st and 10 from the 28. Option play this way. Quarterback keeps it. He's got a big play again, and boy, just barely gets tripped up, or he's going for a touchdown. Another Stuttgart first down at the 16-yard line. 1st and 10 Stuttgart, and they're moving the football at ease on this drive. After 2 drives where they get no first downs, they're moving it.
Hounds trying to get some different personnel in.
1st and 10 from the 17. We're early in the second quarter. Hand off to number 10, and boy, right up the middle, it stood up, but a nice gain to the 11-yard line. Good hit by the Hound defense, but still a good gain for Stuttgart. There's 10, Malik Brassfield. We've heard that name a few years here at Stuttgart. He's played quarterback, played running back, just an all-purpose athlete. Carter Ward, the Stuttgart quarterback. Everybody's in tight but one receiver to the left. Option play to the right, and Ward keeps it. He'll be smothered right at the 10-yard line. Be 3rd down and about 3 for Stuttgart, and we're getting into a critical goal line stand, hopefully for the Hounds here.
Well, now you just got to dig down. You got to grab some grass. You got to make a play. You just got to. This is one of those want-to situations.
3rd and 3. just inside the 10. Got to get up near the 6. Let's go defense. Ward rolls this way, looks, throws it. Intercepted by Newport. There's a flag, but that intercepted, has that got to be Elston, I would think.
Yeah, let me tell you, they're going to call us for holding. There's no doubt we were just grabbing one of their receivers and just holding on. And, yeah, there's no doubt that's holding on the Greyhounds. Come back to the line of scrimmage, mark it off half the distance to the goal. That'll be enough for a first down.
Again, boy, 2 critical penalties for the Greyhounds so far.
That was obvious right there. Everybody in the press box was hollering holding, and no doubt the Hounds were.
Be first and goal Stuttgart at the 5-yard line. Stuttgart first and goal from the 5. 10-20 to go here in the half. Stuttgart in that red zone. And off inside the 10, and he's going nowhere. Played well by the Hound defense. Stood straight up near the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, we came off the edge there. It was Kyron.
Second and goal from the 5. Second and goal. Clock's inside 10 minutes and counting here in the first half. And everybody in tight but the one wide receiver, Brassfield, the running back, behind Ward. And inside, he'll go score easily. Malik Brassfield, 5-yard touchdown run. Stuttgart leads 6-0.
Well, they had some big plays in the drive, and they just executed their offense to perfection after the Hounds had held them on the first couple of possessions. Stuttgart's pretty good, pretty true on this possession. And they go on top 6-0 in the football game with 9:35 to play here in the second quarter.
Stuttgart will attempt the extra point here. Number 7, Hunter Cofield, the kicker, 5'5", 130. They do have a soccer program here, which usually helps that kicking game. Ball down, kicks up in the air. It's no good, off to the left, and the Hounds trail 6-0 with 9:35 to go in the second quarter.
Kerner Lumber Company at the Newport Air Base since 1967, and these guys buy standing timber. You need mulch and landscape pieces. Now's the time of year that you work on it. Get a little bit cooler here in the next few weeks. Give them a call at 523-6701, Kerner Lumber Company. NEDC working for all of us and helping the area economy and strive for new business and jobs and to work hard for existing plants and employers. Let's keep moving forward to the bright future. A message from John Chadwell and the Board of Directors at the Newport Economic Development Commission, newportarcity.org. And, of course, John and Kevin Pierce on KOKR Radio each and every Friday night bringing you the live broadcast. And guys do a great job. Must have a big audience tonight, I think.
We can see them tonight.
Yeah, they're working right beside them in the booth. We're working right beside them. They're working right beside us. They look like they're working more than we are.
I think, yeah, they got a big-time production over there, it looks like.
We just kind of, I don't know, ours looks pretty
we do
fancy
good.
too.
We do a good job, yeah, you bet. Absolutely. Hunter Cofield will kick off for Stuttgart.
Big-time operation here, buddy.
Absolutely. Glad to be part of it.
I'm glad to have you, my friend.
Need a big return right here, guys. Need some field position. Hounds need to answer. Had it at the 2 on the previous drive. Or killed by a holding penalty. Short kick by Cofield, fielded by number 9 at the 22. Excellent return. Number 9 up to the 38-yard line. That's Laurel Hardman. The PA guy asked me how to pronounce that name in the before the game started, so apparently he knew something was coming with Laurel. He wanted to know how to pronounce that name, and he got to pronounce it. Good return by Laurel up to the 38, 1st and 10.
Hound offense back out on the field. Not too bad field position. You're first down away from being close to the 50. Let's go, Hounds.
Two receivers each way. Carl getting it on his own up to the 43-yard line. Gain of 4, at least 4 on the play. Good tough running by Carl. Not a bad first down play, 2nd and 6.
Yeah, because he got hit at the line of scrimmage and he made most of that on his own. Block some guys up front here, guys. Let's get after them here. 9:04 to play in the first half. 6-0 we trail.
Let's go offense. Charlie and DeAndre come this way. Carl cuts back. Going nowhere. Well, he gets a spot of maybe a foot on the play, but it's going to be 3rd down and 5 for Newport, and the Hounds need to get a first down to keep this alive.
Looking for a brand body shop collision of the week as we do each and every Friday night here on Greyhound Football, Cable Channel 15 TV.
3rd and 5. Let's go, guys. McCabe goes out left. DeAndre, Charlie, Willis out this way. Gunnar Bullard's your quarterback. Gunnar, a little delayed handoff to Carl. Carl 50, 45. Carl Turner still on his feet, fumbles the football. And we did a great job. I don't know who that was, David, but we need to get that guy's number. Big play. That's Willis, isn't it? Yeah, that's
Yes.
Colton Willis recovering, diving in there. Saw that loose football, and we can't afford to turn it over there.
Well, if we've had one problem offensively on the year, it's been able to hold on to the football. We've done better the last couple of weeks, but early on, boy, we really put it on the ground.
1st and 10 from the 37. Hounds look to the sideline for the play. Ben Collier with a handoff. And he'll get it up to the 35-yard line, maybe 2 on the play at the most. 2nd down and 8 for Newport. 7:35 to go in the half.
Coach Ken Black, he stands right beside Donnie Harrison and has for the last couple of weeks, and he's kind of got a new job. And he's an assistant junior high coach, but Coach Harrison gives him the play, and he signals the play into the offense, into Gunner. I understand he's doing a heck of a good job. Doesn't have a promotion, he's just helping Coach Harrison. He said it's a world of help to be able to let him worry about formations, then play.
Ben, nowhere on the play. Going to be 3rd down and nearly 10. He may have lost a little bit on that play. Just a great job by that right side of the Stuttgart defense and great penetration. We get nothing.
Last time the Hounds had a 3rd down, it looked like we were going to throw. We ran the draw to Carl Turner.
Roddy out. Means we're not going to be in the eye, obviously. DeAndre comes this way. Kyron also comes this way, spread out just a few yards. 2 receivers left. Gunner straight back, in trouble, and he'll be sacked. And the Hounds will have to punt it. Just not a lot of time, a couple of seconds, but just not enough time. Hounds will punt it. Again, the Hounds move the football, but bogged down. Charlie Bell to punt. Charlie averaging about 33 yards a punt, moving up that Jonesboro Sun list every week. Quite a bit of improvement in the average after last week's performance. Charlie, short punt. See what kind of bounce it takes. Takes a Hound bounce. The inside the 20-yard line, near the 15, 1st and 10 Stuttgart.
Well, they're going to call it dead up here. Is that at the 15 or?
Yeah, about the 16,
Okay.
15 or 16.
I thought the ball was going to continue to roll a little bit further. I thought it hit a kid over there right there. But anyway, 5:44 to play. Stuttgart has the football, but they're backed up deep in their own territory. The Hounds need a turnover here, or certainly, worst case scenario, a stop without a first down.
Without a first down. Got the interception on the last drive by DeAndre, but again, the holding, 2 holding penalties, one each offensively, one defensively, have killed the Hounds so far.
Been a difference in 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, absolutely. Hounds lead right now without those. And off inside. Good job by the Hound defense. Not much there. He'll get to the 17, maybe a gain of 2, 2nd and 8. Willis.
Well, Colton Willis is just a heck of a football player. He's just a good one.
He's around every play. He and Kyron, I mean, you can almost put those guys together the way they play. They're going to be around the football, which you expect your linebacker should be, but they're a little above the average. Quarterback straight back and got some heat, throws it deep, should be picked off, and a little bit too short for us to pick it off. No chance for them to catch it. That'll bring up third down and 8.
Well, he had to throw in a hurry because he was under duress.
What number is duress?
He's number 62 in that case.
Okay, Jesse
Make
Simmons.
it 61, Nick Murphy.
Jesse Murphy. Yeah,
Nick
Duress. 3rd and 8, let's go defense. 3 receivers this way, 1 right. Got to get Duress, needs to get back there again this time. You would expect him to throw it. Watch the delay. Quarterback rolls left, stops and throws it out this way. Has a man wide open, and they'll get a first down. Just wide open and pretty easy to complete right there. Big cushion, and he has a first down past the 30. Big Jesse back in the game. Schultz out. We alternate the big boys.
Jordan Neal and Nick Murphy and Jesse and Terrell Roddy.
And off to Brassfield. Running hard, runs over our guys. He'll have a first down near the 43-yard line, 1st and 10 Stuttgart.
That's what you call just tough running right there, getting into the open field and making people pay.
Up to the 43-yard line, start at the 15. They've got 28 yards and a couple of first downs on this drive already. The big pass completion. Thought we were going to get a stop, a good field position, and they hit the little out pattern. 2 backs in the backfield. Cut back the other way. Worsham and Stafford there, but another good gain of 5 to the 48-yard line, 2nd and 5 Stuttgart. 4:35 to go here in the second quarter. We trail 6-0.
You know, you talk about offensive line play, and you don't have to block the guy down. What you got to do is you got to get the correct angle, and you got to get in the guy's way. And you don't have to get in the guy's way for very long, just a couple of seconds. You can play hard for a couple of seconds, you can win at this football game.
2nd and 5. And off going that way. Played well by the Hound defense. Another big 3rd down. It'll be 3rd down and 4 for Stuttgart at the 48, 49-yard line.
Not so sure that wasn't Colton and Kyron again. These guys are everywhere.
If you don't know who it is, that's probably who it is. Let's go defense.
3:45 remaining here in the half. 6-0 in favor of Stuttgart. Come on, defense. Big play in a football
Huge
game right
play,
here.
yeah. Straight up the middle, and he's going nowhere. Played well by the Hounds, and Stuttgart will have to punt it. Who else but Willis?
Yeah, Colton Willis. Outstanding last week, outstanding all year, and again outstanding here in the first half tonight.
They lose 1 on that play, maybe a little more than 1, back to the 48-yard line. 4th down and 5, don't jump. Number 8, Ward, the punter. Kicks it, fielded at the 17. Worsham, I think, on the return up to about the 24-yard line. Good return by Worsham. Gets us past the 21st and 10 Newport.
Hounds got a couple of timeouts left. Plenty of time to drive the football down the field. A little over 3 minutes to play. 3:04. Football game brought to you by Lindley Health and Rehab Center, 326 Lindley Lane. www.lindleyhealthcare.com. Jenna Austin, administrator, Sherry Henley, and the marketing department. Each and every month we're doing something special at Lindley.
Let's go offense, sustain this drive. We will get the ball to start the second half as we deferred after winning the toss. Carl out. Stafford out. I formation for the Hounds.
Who's dotting the I? Is that Charlie?
Charlie. Roddy and Charlie, the I. Toss sweep to Charlie. Tries to get outside. Nothing there. He'll get up to about the 21-yard line. Lose 1, maybe 2 on the play. 2nd down for Newport.
.250, clock moving, first half. We trail 6-0. Need a big play here.
Ben Collier in the game for the running back position. Kyron comes out to the right side over here with DeAndre. Charlie also this way. Punt by Gunner. Intercepted by Stuttgart at the 30-yard line. Trying to throw it to Stafford and misconnection, and Stuttgart has it 1st and 10.
2:17 remaining in the half, and Stuttgart will set up shop at the 30-yard line in Newport territory. 30 yards away from pay dirt. You ask the defense to come up with another defensive stand here.
1st and 10, Stuttgart at the 30. Toss to Brassfield, halfback pass, which they collected on last week, and incomplete. They hit that pass against Heber Springs last week. The guy was wide open, and the only thing they thought that might go wrong was he might drop it because he was so wide open. Hounds were ready for it this time, 2nd and 10.
Well, matter of fact, Keith Washam went left. He went with the pitch, and then he saw the guy trying to run past him. He went, that's not going to happen. So that's pretty good defensive safety play by Keith Washam.
They saw that last week, 2nd and 10. Handoff inside. Somehow Brassfield gets away from the tackle. We had a hold of his jersey, and he gets 9 yards to the 21. It's 3rd and 1 for Stuttgart.
2 minutes here in the half. We trail 6-0 in Stuttgart with a big 3rd and 1 here.
3rd and 1 from the 21. Empty backfield. Motion. Ward keeps it straight ahead. He'll have the 1st down inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. 1st and 10, Stuttgart, 1:35 to go here in the 1st half. We trail 6-0.
City of Newport Recycling Center open 7 to 4 Monday through Friday, and drop-off bins are available for you after hours. Accepting glass bottles, tin, aluminum, electronics, clothing, you name it, newspaper, magazines. Call 217-0070. Ask about the free paper shredding service.
1st and 10 from the 18. Motion. Quarterback rolls this way, throws it, has a man. Be brought down by Elston and others. Gain of 5 up to the 13-yard line. 2nd and 5. Clock will be at 1:08 and counting. Stuttgart still with 3 timeouts, so clock's really not a factor at all here.
Well, we need a big play,
to say the least. 3 receivers right, 1 left. Brassfield to the right of Ward. Ward rolls right. Here comes heat from Stafford. He's going to turn it up and have a gain. Maybe just short of the 1st down marker, according to that official on that side. Stuttgart will call a timeout here, and I think he's going to be 3rd down and 1, just inside the 10-yard line for Stuttgart.
Well, in a football game, even though you're going to get the football to start the 2nd half, you need a stop right here. You don't want to go down a couple of scores on the road, homecoming at Stuttgart. You just need a big stop. And these guys have got 33 seconds and a couple of timeouts left. So they have plenty of time to run through several plays that they think might work. He's got to be ready for anything.
Yeah, absolutely. They can do anything. Clock's not a factor.
They'll call 2 plays, I think, in the huddle here. They'll call 1 to try to quickly get a 1st down, I think, and then the clock will stop until they move the chains. I think they'll set up quickly at the line of scrimmage to be ready for the next play without having to burn a timeout. Still leave them with 2.
And this is a Stuttgart team that comes into this game 3-2, a 3-game winning streak. They lost Arkadelphia and Warren the first 2 weeks, and that's certainly nothing to sneeze about. Have defeated DeWitt, Southside, and Heber Springs the last 3 weeks. Jumped out on Heber 28-0 last week. So that game was not as close, really, as the score indicated. A little bit deceiving. 3rd and 1.
After Heber had beaten Lone Oak the week before, is that correct? Yeah.
I think so. Quarterback straight ahead. He'll have a 1st down. Be 1st and goal, Stuttgart, near the 7, maybe closer to the 8. 29 seconds to go, but again, with 2 timeouts, they can easily get 4 plays here if they need them. They'll call timeout here and have 1 left.
29 seconds to go, 6-0. 1st down and goal from the 7, you say?
Yeah, right around the 7, maybe just outside the 7.
Sonic Drive-In, burgers, shakes, fries, onion rings, Coney Islands, breakfast things. The Sonic Malcolm Avenue in Newport, and every afternoon from 2 to 4 is happy hour. Again, I don't know what you call 2 hours worth of happy hour other than it's happy hour.
Happy hours.
Happy hours.
Yeah.
Happy hours, 2 to 4.
They shouldn't
Drinks
call
half
that
price.
incorrect grammar there. I'm surprised the guys on the Sonic commercial have not addressed that incorrect grammar. That they could make a good commercial out of that.
That would make a great one, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
You know, those guys were with Sonic for a long time, and then there were several years that they were gone away from the Sonic national dealer advertisement. Boy, they're back, and they're good at what they
great.
do. They're
of course,
great.
great riders too, but they really do a good job. Big series for this Hound defense. 1st and goal from the 7. 29 seconds to go. Stuttgart has 1 timeout. Three receivers left, 1 right. Brassfield in the backfield beside Ward. Ward rolls left. Comes the heat. He has to throw it early, but he's got a man wide open. Touchdown Stuttgart. 8-6, a 7-yard pass.
Well, he just avoided the pressure from Colton Willis and throws the strike, even though it was a wobbly strike. DeAndre there with the coverage. Stuttgart goes up a couple of scores. Club's playing well.
They'll go for 2. Ward rolls, throws it back this way. And they'll have a 2-point conversion. Don't know that was the guy they were throwing it to, but he's the one that catches it. 8-6, that's the same guy that caught the touchdown.
Well, he leaped high in the air to get that. It was just kind of like a jump ball, and they said, my guy can out-jump your guy, and he certainly did. Jackson's Funeral Home, 1900 block of Malcolm Avenue. Our family serving your family. Care and comfort in your family's time of need at the Jackson's Funeral Home. Brand Body Shop Collision of the Week, Subway sandwich platters and tailgating for groups and parties. And love to go out to Walmart. Here go and talk about eating again. I get the Subway melt. I get the foot-long Subway melt, double meat, double cheese, double toasted, all the fixings. And then I get me some mustard, mayonnaise, lettuce, tomatoes, jalapenos. And then I have it cut in half to split it with my wife.
That'll work.
She eats part of the half. I eat my half and part of her half.
Yeah.
I could really eat that whole thing, but I feel bad about
Yeah.
it. I don't want to have to buy, 1.5. But I could. It's really inexpensive. But I like eating at Subway. Subway fresh.
23 seconds to go. Stuttgart will kick off. Can the Hounds come up with a quick strike here?
But a kickoff return.
Onside kick. Somebody's got to field it, and we don't. And Stuttgart has it. 1st and 10 at the Newport 37.
Well, that probably catches everybody off guard. It caught me off guard. I wasn't expecting it. Obviously, we were not either. Then he got a great bounce. I mean, those things, it's just which way it bounces.
Yeah.
That's, you can prepare for them all day long.
And I don't know if they was really trying to get the ball necessarily. They was just trying to avoid the big return probably. But now they'll try to score. Ward straight back. Throws it deep. Has a man wide open. Inside the 10-yard line. Be 1st and goal Stuttgart at the 8. And if they score here, this game could be in deep jeopardy.
Well, you got to hold them. You got 15 seconds, and they call their last timeout. I think they're out of timeouts. Is that correct?
Yeah, that should be. So if you can stop them in bounds short of the goal line, hopefully you can get a stop here. But you got to do that. They're going to try to throw it toward the goal line or inside the end zone, I should say.
Well, 3 touchdowns down at any level is real hard to overcome. And they just made a play. Just make a play. And Dan, make sure you get me a time on this one, please, sir. I'm talking to the cameraman, Dan Rudy Klepechka.
Yeah, well, it was going to be it's still a quick first half,
Yes,
but
it
it was
is.
going to be extremely quick if we, not for that. 46 minutes in, and we're almost at halftime.
Not a lot of incomplete passes in the game.
Not a lot of passes, period.
Yeah. Well, it's imperative that the Hounds hold here Not to say that you wouldn't have a chance because you get to football and anything can happen, but you just hate. It's bad enough being down 2 scores. 3 scores is really, really tough on you, obviously.
They spread everybody out. We'll have an empty backfield toward the quarterback. Again, if you stop them in bounds short of the goal line, it should end. Ward rolls, throws it. Incomplete. Great defensive play by, who's that, Julian? Or is that
is
Julian Reed? Yeah.
Yes. That is great defense right there.
You know, we were talking last night, it's junior high game. Flag on the play. It'll be against Stuttgart. And we were talking at the press box last night. You know, Julian Reed's a guy that can help the senior high team, and he's a good football player. Holding against Stuttgart. Be a 10-yard penalty, 10 seconds to go in the half.
Huge penalty. Huge penalty. Hounds must take advantage here.
Down's irrelevant here. 10 seconds to go. Just stop them short of the goal line. Quarterback rolls, throws it towards the goal line, and another flag on the play.
They're going to get us for holding there.
This will be us, and they'll get one more chance with 6 seconds to go in the half. Oh, it was at the 19. It'll be at the 9.5 now.
Six seconds to go. 14-0. We trail. This is a huge, huge football play coming up.
Holding defense. Half the distance penalty.
As in the secondary, no doubt.
Just inside the 10. Everything's irrelevant now but this one play. 6 seconds to go. Watch Brassfield, number 10. Wouldn't be surprised to see him come this way and give it to him, but they're not likely going to pass it. Straight back, there comes the heat. He throws it up for grabs and incomplete, and we have another penalty, and Stuttgart will get another chance.
From the 5, or inside the 5,
yep.
That's on us.
Pass interference against Newport. Yeah, half the distance penalty, puts it at the 5-yard line. One more chance.
Maybe going to try a field goal
here.
here.
I think they're bringing in their field goal kicker. That would make it a 3-possession game, obviously. Didn't look real good on his first extra point, but he's probably a little better kicker than that. Probably a soccer player, as we said. Be a 22-yard field goal, so just a couple of yards longer than an extra point. Balls, a little fake to Brassfield. They throw it over here, and touchdown Stuttgart.
Wow. Great execution. Brassfield lined up on the left side as a blocking back. They snap it. They hand it back to him. Looked like he was going to run a sweep. Cornerbacks come charging. Hit an open receiver in the end zone. Wow.
All down, kick up in the air. Looks good. And as we go to the half, Stuttgart leads 21-0.
And we'll be back right after this. Randy Klepechka, halftime stats.
Don't have any, David.
Okay.
I don't know. John and them may have them over there, but I did not see them.
Well, the big stats, the scoreboard at this stage.
I don't know that I want to see them anyway. Just a very, very deflating last 23 seconds of the first half. With 24 seconds to go in the first half, it was a 6-0 football game, and they scored twice, and just really got to be deflated right now. Hopefully those Hounds find something within themselves to come out and play hard in the second half. I mean, it's not over with, but you got to really come out and make something happen quickly.
Yeah, let me give you a couple of advertisements here. Norman Baker Pharmacy, Mary Davis and crew at 1117 McLean Street, 523-9472 with a drive-through window. They file their insurance and their medical drug reports for you. True quality service at Norman Baker Pharmacy. And services offered at Harris Hospital include cardiac care, diagnostic imaging, emergency department, home health services, laboratory services, orthopedic services, pediatrics, podiatry services, primary care, rehabilitation services, senior care, surgical services, and women's health. All at Harris Hospital, your local hospital of choice. More than care, a commitment. www.harrishospital.com. And Greenway Equipment Company of Newport, your John Deere dealer with steel products, including weed eaters, hedge trimmers, blowers, and edgers. And also, don't forget about Christmas stuff, Christmas clothes, Christmas toys. That part of the John Deere Greenway Equipment Company. Get a great deal on that stuff today. Go greenway.com, Greenway Equipment Company of Newport. And El Puente Restaurant, you can call in, drive through, or you can go in and get great service, excellent service. The food is outstanding. They love the Newport Greyhounds, and please tell them when you go in there, tell Manuel that you love the Greyhounds and you appreciate him sponsoring Greyhound football on Cable Channel 15 TV. Merchants of Planters Bank, main office, 2nd Hazel Street, Newport, 523-3601. Online banking, e-statements, checking and savings, loans and mortgages, investments and insurance. Several locations throughout northeast and north central Arkansas. 2 locations in Newport, 2nd and Hazel, as we mentioned, and north office at 915 Highway 367 North. Visit us on the web at www.mandpbank.com. Bell Flying Service, taking care of farmers for decades. Flying with and spraying with the best Bell Flying Service. Randy C., the Hounds will get the football. It's going to take a gallant effort for the Hounds to come back and win this football game, but it's doable.
It's doable. Just want to see some fire out of this team. That's what I'd like to see, some fire. Hopefully there was some fire, at halftime. These guys got to just really come out and show some want to here, and I think if they'll do that, we'll feel better about it. But nobody's feeling really good right now, I'll be very honest with you. Cofield to kick off. Short kick, they'll be offsides. They'll have to kick it again, back them up 5 to the 35-yard line. Stuttgart, of course, with a big onside kick, or don't know if it was, as I said, don't really know if it was meant to recover or just avoid a big return by us. But they did that after the 23-second touchdown. They'll kick it again from the 35.
Yeah, we're sitting there at 6-0 thinking, boy, if we could hold them right here, boy, it'd be perfect. We get the football to start the second half. Not only do they get that score, but the onside kick leads to another one, and wow, just all of a sudden it's 21-0.
Again, Hunter Cofield will kick off.
He's got to play.
You got to forget about what's happened. I mean, that's all in the past. Short kick. Laurel at the 35, straight ahead. Laurel Hardeman running hard. Laurel up to midfield. Good return by number 9. And Hounds have outstanding field position. Dave, we could score quickly here and got a good game going.
Well, I mean, your whole game plan has got to be predicated on scoring on this first drive. I mean, I think as you score there and then you get a break, you score again. I mean, you got to hold these guys, but I mean, I just think it's imperative that we score on this particular drive. If you score right here, I think you got a chance.
Yeah, absolutely. Our defense has basically played pretty, not as bad as the score indicates. I don't think at all. Carl, room. Carl will get 3 to the 47-yard line. 2nd and 7, Newport. First play of the second half there. And Carl did not start the game. The turf toe has played since that first series. McCabe, Charlie out wide left. DeAndre this way. Kyron splits out a little bit on the left side. Carl again. We'll get about 3 to the 44-yard line. 3rd and 4. Hounds need to get a first down here.
Yeah, just move the chains and keep the drive going. And Carl's a little slow to get up.
Look to the sideline for the play. Charlie out, Colton Willis in the game. Colton and McCabe will come over here to the right side. DeAndre will go left. Still 10 seconds on the shot clock, so time here.
I like that, the shot clock. I like that.
Carl. Go nowhere. He'll get a yard. And 4th down and 3 for Newport. Carl Turner 3 straight times. Hounds will go for it here. Cordray Whitmore comes in the game in offensive line position. Now Cordray back out. Statler stays in.
Working on personnel. We want to get the right personnel in the game. It's such a huge play in the football game.
25-second clock at 10. 3 receivers right, 1 left. 25-second clock at 4. Carl, and he's going nowhere. And we're stopped on 4 downs. Run Carl Turner 4 times, we get 6 yards and give it back to Stuttgart, 1st and 10 from the 44.
Well, you give those guys credit. You know, you just not a lot of running room there. Carl didn't have much place to go. These kids are playing hard from Stuttgart, and you hope now that the Hound defense can stick around right here and make a stop. They ain't going to have some good to happen, like a couple of turnovers.
Yeah, 1st and 10 from the 44, 9:45 to go in the half. Option play this way. Pitch it to Brassfield. Willis with a great play. Lost back to the 41-yard line. Loss of 3, 2nd and 13.
What a sensational play, because Colton Willis was the one who made the quarterback pitch, and then he tackles the pitch guy. That's just good. That's good inspired football by Colton Willis. Need a little more of that.
2nd and 14. 13. Quarterback rolls. Got a lot of heat coming. He just throws it up there and just has to throw it away. Anytime you get heat like that, he just has to throw it away. That stops the clock. 9:13 to go. Be 3rd down and 13 for Stuttgart.
Yeah, we trailed 21-0 in this football game and got stuffed on a 4th down and about 4. Hound defense playing hard here. 3rd down and long.
Come on, defense. Big sack and a turnover would be great. Ward under center this time. Hand off to Brassfield. Nowhere to go. Stafford there. Hounds hold and they have to force a punt here. But offensively, we have got to do something.
Yeah, you go a whole half not putting any points on the board. We got down to the 2-yard line at one time, and then we had a big penalty. Or inside the 5. Did we get to the 2?
2.
Yeah, got to the 2.
Got to the 2. DeAndre was at the 2 when it was called back. And DeAndre got a big interception.
Yes.
Stuttgart will punt. Carter Ward, the quarterback, is the punter. Good snap. Plenty of time. Good kick will go out of bounds at about the 35-yard line. Be 1st and 10. Hounds, good field position, but as we said, you thought you had to score on the first drive. You sure got to score on this one.
Farmers Tire Mart, 1501 Malcolm, 523-6735. Tires for your cars, trucks, trailers, ATV, lawnmower. Visit us on Facebook, facebook.com/Farmers Tire Mart. Tommy Bain, owner and manager. We've been there a long, long time. And talking about service on your automobile, if you need oil changes or tire rotations, need your belts or hoses checked, front end alignments, brakes, wheel bearings, you name it, auto service at its best. Farmers Tire Mart.
1st and 10 from the 35. Little hitch out here to DeAndre. Good block. DeAndre will have 10 still on his feet. DeAndre 15. DeAndre still carrying guys, a 17-yard gain to the 48 of Stuttgart, 1st and 10.
And Caleb Statler right there trying to get guys off of him. Just great hustle by Caleb. Moving the chains. Oh, we got a score here.
It's like Deshaun Anderson in on that offensive front, number 57. Maybe at a left guard, it looks like. Out and flat to Charlie. Charlie 45. Charlie Bell 40. Charlie Bell 1st down. Still running over people, running hard. That's what you want to see, David. A little fire out of this team.
A little fire, play a little inspired football. We really played unemotionally in the first half.
Very unemotional. Very flat in the first half.
Football's such an emotional game. I mean, it's great preparation, but it has to do with concentration. It has to do with just, man, do you want it? Do you really want to play hard? Playing hard's the name of the game.
Gunner straight back, throws it across the middle, has a man. 1st down and more. He'll have a 1st down inside the 25 to the 22-yard line. That was Cordell across the middle.
7:45 to play in the third quarter. We trail 21-0. If you just joined us, 21-0 at the half. Hounds moving the football.
Willis out, Stafford in. Kyron will line up on the left side, kind of a blocking back type position. Handoff inside will be inside the 20-yard line. That's Carl up to about the 18-yard line. Second down and about 7. David talking about the playing hard. Coming down here listening to the coach from Stuttgart, he was talking about how his kids are buying into playing hard and how critical that is. Especially his guys are not real big. They've got to just go get after it every play, and they do.
Such an emotional game, and it played a lot with your heart. And again, playing hard is part of it. Wind blowing at our backs now. May have to close the door.
Yeah. Off inside. Carl's still running hard. Carl inside the 10. Carl running hard inside the 5. Carl Turner still inside near the goal line. Just short of the goal line. Be first and goal. Newport from inside the 1. That stopped that. Thank you, sir. Carl Turner carried about 7 guys on his back. First and goal. Newport from the 1. Carl Turner. Touchdown Greyhounds, I think.
Say he's down.
I gotta take it down.
I'll be just inches away from the goal line. Second down and goal with inches to go. Just got to get this wind down here. Wind blowing and making a lot of noise. Second and goal from the 1-yard line. See Carl one more time. We got a flag on the play, and they're saying it's against Stuttgart. All of our guys, hopefully they're right, because that would be tough if it's against us. It'd be about a 1-inch penalty if it is against Stuttgart. Dead ball, offside, Stuttgart. Again, about a 1-inch mark off. Hopefully the Hounds will get this in the end zone. Third down and goal from near the 1-inch line. Gunner straight ahead. He's in the end zone. Touchdown Newport. Gunner Bullard, 1-yard run. This game's not over, David.
Well, no, it shows a lot of fire by the Greyhounds. It was not a real good first drive, but the Hound defense did what they had to do and got the football back. And they take it down and score. Got just a very good drive, a good quick drive. 5:55 remaining in the third quarter, so a wealth of time left.
And our defense has played very, very well. It's shown the ability to get the 3 and outs on several occasions tonight. Hounds will go for 2 here, running the I formation with Carl at fullback, DeAndre at tailback. Toss to DeAndre. Inside, 2-point conversion is good. DeAndre Elston, 21-8 with 5:54 to go. And that clock should not have run. It should be 5:55.
Randy, here's what you got to do. I mean, obviously, you're in the ball game at 21-8. You're really not in it at 21-0, but you get it to a couple of scores, and we're in the ball game. And the thing that you got to do is now you got to be relentless defensively. And you don't have to score any more this quarter, but you need to have the football about to score by the end of the quarter,
Right.
I think, to have a chance. You got to hold these guys, obviously.
Yeah.
And we did the first 2 times that Stuttgart had the football in the first half. The defense was wonderful, and then they got on a drive, and then all of a sudden they got 2 quick touchdowns. I mean, realistically, it ought to be about an 8-6 ball game, 6-6 ball game. But give those guys credit because, I mean, they're playing hard too, and they're well coached, and just a good offensive effort by the Newport Greyhounds right there to get them back in the football game.
Julian Reed will kick off for Newport. Darren Moore and Tristan Vance, Jordan Neal, Charlie Bell, Tyler Asher, Jordan Mabry, Terrell Roddy, Keith Warsham, Will Golden, Darren Roddy. Again, Julian will kick off.
We expect good coverage.
Wouldn't expect anything less. Comes Julian, foot on ball. Low kick across the middle, fielded inside the 20 to 17. Decent return of about 21 yards to the 38. 1st and 10 Stuttgart from that point.
George Kell Motors, lead sponsor on Remember When, the Chevrolet GMC and Buick dealer. And the wind is blowing, blowing, blowing. I can hear it in my headset. www.georgekellmotors.com. A dot in there somewhere, www.georgekellmotors.com. You want to look at all their inventory, you can do so at georgekellmotors.com.
Ward, the quarterback. Brassfield, number 10, the running back. Brassfield inside. He's going nowhere. Jesse, Murphy, Willis, all on the play. 2nd and 10 from the 37. He probably lost a little bit. Call it 2nd and 11.
Now can you will your way back into this football game? And that's what it's going to take. Can you be better this play than they are? Coming down to making plays right here.
2nd and 11. 3 receivers right, 1 left. Again, Brassfield, the athlete. Option play. Oh, he's got all kinds of room out here. Ward on the keeper.
Had to be a bust.
Yeah, there was a bust there. Nobody taking the quarterback, and he's to the 45-yard line, 1st and 10 Stuttgart.
5:04 remaining third quarter, 21-8 in favor of Stuttgart.
5:04 to go here in the third quarter, 21-8 Stuttgart. And off to Brassfield, right up the middle. Stood straight up at the line of scrimmage. No gain. There's lightning, and we'll probably have to stop this pretty quick, although that is southeast if that's where it's at, so that would not be coming this way.
Shouldn't be, no, not with the way the storm's gone today.
Yeah. I mean, sometimes you see lightning, you don't know where it's at, but I'm pretty sure that's where the strike was at, southeast, which would be going away from us. No gain on the play, 2nd and 10. Another big couple of plays coming up for the Hounds. Quarterback keeps it. Option play, and he's going to be stuffed in the backfield. Loss of 2 on the play. Brings up a big 3rd down. Good job by that Hound defense, swarming.
Yeah, Colton Willis was there.
3rd down and 13. They have to get to the 35.
Yeah, it's coming.
Oh, yeah, looks like it's going to get here. We may not finish this football game for a long time if that's the case. Third down and 13. Ward straight back. There comes a screen pass. Incomplete, and the Hounds have held. Be 4th down and 13 from the 38. Hounds will get the football back here. 3:26. Clock stopped.
Obviously, the momentum has swung big time to the Newport Greyhounds. You get the football back, you put points on the board right here, and boy, you've got a brand new one on your hands.
Ward will punt. All at the Newport 47-yard line. Good snap, kind of low. Short kick off the side of his foot, it looks like. Hounds will have good field position to the 31-yard line, David. We've got a football game.
Yeah, have a game, and 3:20 to play here in the third quarter, 21-8. The Hound offense looked good its last possession, throwing a lot of quick passes. Carl had an outstanding run. They just would refuse to go down. Lightning is south and east of here. There's a big storm there, but there's also a storm coming back from the west.
I formation, Carl at fullback, DeAndre at tailback. Now DeAndre splits out. Carl the lone running back. Carl, not much there. Stood up at the may gain 1 on the play up to the 32-yard line, just past the 32. 2nd and 9, Newport.
St. Michael's Place, 1311 Pecan Street, skilled nursing home facility, 523-9514. Whether it's short-term or long-term rehab or care, visit with the folks at St. Michael's Place. Ashley Tomley, Amanda White, Heather Allen. Give them a call at 9414, 523.
2nd and 9, Newport. Little draw play. Not much there, and a big 3rd down coming up for the Hounds. Need to convert here. 3rd down and looks like about 7. Have to get to the 41-yard line. We're at the 34. See if the Hounds go to the air. Had some successful short little possession type passes on the first drive. Have not thrown it on this drive. Gunner keeps it on the read option. Gunner, 1st down, Newport. Gunner Buller running hard inside past the 45 to the 47. Effort, guys, that's what we want.
See if that might help.
We'll see.
No.
That'll help some too.
Boy, it's become real windy here.
Blowing off of some rain. 1st and 10, Newport at the 47. Gunner rolls. Gunner in deep trouble, and he'll be sacked back at the 36-yard line. Gunner didn't have a chance, and we lose big time on that play. Loss of 11, 2nd and 21.
Well, the offense has really been clicking and getting some good positive plays, and just didn't have time to throw.
2nd and 21. Got to have a little bit of room. 2nd and 21. See if we can find a way to get at least half of it here. Gunner, right back, throws across the middle. Got a man. Charlie Bell. 1st down and more. Charlie Bell, 30, 20, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown, Newport. Hounds right back in this football game. Bullard to Bell, 36 yards.
Charlie Bell had every opportunity to get caught, and he wasn't going to get caught.
No way.
That is a great pass from Gunner. Boy, what a big play for the Hounds. And the Hounds are back in at 21-14, and defense is playing well.
Yeah.
And goodness gracious alive, the Hounds are alive.
It's fun. Like seeing that fire in these guys. Hounds going for 2 again. Charlie in motion. Gunner straight back. Throws it out there, and it's going to be incomplete, almost intercepted. 7-point game, 1 possession, 21-14. Stuttgart with 1:11 to go in the 3rd quarter.
Well, the lightning, it's east and south here, is very, very bad. But that's gone away from us. But the storm is coming, and when it hits, Randy, according to my radar, it looks like it's going to be here for a little while.
Yeah.
What do they do in situations like that?
Well, you got to wait till it's lightning is 30 minutes out of the way, and we don't know yet if there's lightning in that, but it probably is. The lightning we see is east of here. We're not sure if there's lightning west of here, but there probably is.
There's a big line of thunderstorms coming.
Yeah.
It's going to rain in the next 15 minutes. It looks like 30 minutes we'll have a storm.
Yeah. You got to wait till 30 minutes after lightning's gone, and we may be here a while tonight.
Well,
but it's more fun now.
Yeah.
We're willing to stay. The way that first half ended, we were not feeling very good, but this Hound bunch just came back with some fire and some effort.
And a little pressure gets on Stuttgart here.
Yeah. Julian Reed, Julian Reed to kick off for Newport. There's the kick, across the middle, fielded at the 20, straight ahead. He'll be dropped short of the 40-yard line. Be 1st and 10 Stuttgart near the 38-yard line. 1:02 to go in the 3rd quarter. We're within 7, 21-14 Stuttgart.
Boy, it is breezy.
It's
quite as breezy as it was a couple of years ago.
Not quite as cold as that breeze was either. It's still a little concerning.
1:02 to play in the 3rd quarter. The Hounds have cut a 21-point lead to 7, 21-14.
One of those games you wish you'd have started at 6, but who knows. 1st and 10 Stuttgart from the 38. Come on, defense.
Defense has been outstanding the last couple of times on the field.
Carter Ward, the quarterback. Motion man this way. Straight ahead is Ward. He runs straight into Hound defense, gets one on the play, 2nd down and 9. Whitmore, he's out. He was in on that play. Again, Coach Rideout alternating a lot of his linemen, giving them breathers, especially those interior linemen. 2nd down and 8 from the 41. Let's go defense. Option play this way. Quarterback inside. He'll get it to the 44-yard line. Another big 3rd down. 3rd down and 4. They have to get just a little bit past the 48-yard line. So really a long 4 on 3rd down here for Stuttgart. And that's probably going to be the last play of the 3rd quarter. I'm sure they'll let it running out. And that's going to be the end of the 3rd quarter with your score. Stuttgart 21, Newport 14.
I want to remind everybody that our Greyhound boosters include Steve and Stacy Headley, former Newport Greyhound. Steve Headley, what a great player that guy was. John Miner Jr. in a farm package insurance program, which is the largest farm package program available for homeowners, farm machinery, farm buildings, irrigation, auto, general liability, umbrella policy. Give a phone call 523-8900. Talk to Mr. John Miner. He'll give you more information. Glass Plus, Highway 367 North. Picture framing, general or specific framing. Give them a call at 523-3505. Rabo Agri Lending. Leader in crop lending, Shane Hutchison, 217-2171. And Bumper to Bumper Auto Parts Service, Bill Malden, 610 Highway 367 North. It's auto parts service at its best, 523-3675. Hounds are in a position, 3rd and long here, in a position to make a play. And I see the referee call timeout and looking to the east skies. And he may be talking about the Lightning.
I don't think the Eastern Lightning is an issue, but certainly there is some to our west.
Yeah, they had it at 3rd and 9. I think that's what the discussion is, 3rd and 5 supposed to be, or maybe they're discussing the Lightning. Let's try to get it in, guys.
Let's go. Let's play football. Can't get it in while delaying things here.
Well, he goes to one sideline now, going to the other. We're going to continue play here, but maybe he's giving them the old, we're going to play until the Lightning comes out of the west.
See a couple of raindrops on our window here. 3rd down and a long 4, maybe 5. Let's go Hound defense.
One referee's on the wrong side.
Always laugh at players when they do that. Never seen an official do it.
Got a quarter to play, Randy C.
Ward rolls right. Comes some heat from behind. Going to throw it back on the screen. Just throws it over here for grabs. Incomplete, and the Hounds have held, and we'll get the football back. Good job, Hound defense once again.
Well, it's been all about defense in this. That's the first play of the 4th quarter. In the 3rd quarter, offense finally got rolling because the defense did what they had to do. They get on the field, get off the field, get their offense back on the field. And they've done it again here to start the 4th quarter. So the Hounds will have the football, field the punt, and let's see what happens.
Direction the wind blowing out of the south, David. I mean, that would be
I can't tell. It's
you
just
would think maybe the south, the Stuttgart would have to be punting into it. We'll see. Snap. Off to the side here. Fielded by Worsham at the 30. Keith Worsham still on his feet, but he run out of bounds at about the 38-yard line. Good job of Keith fielding that punt, David.
Yeah, I think it probably saved us about 15 yards. That ball hits and bounds on down near the 15, 10-yard line. Newport offense back on the field. Randy C., we trailed by 21. We trail by 7 now.
Got a football game. Let's hope we get this thing in before the weather gets here. Otherwise, we could be sitting here a long, long time. I'd love to be in bed around midnight. 1st and 10, Newport from the 38. Delayed handoff to Carl. Good first down gain up to the 44-yard line. Gain of 6, 2nd and 4.
Good first down play there.
Yeah. Second and 4 from the 43. Look at the crack between the window and the sill here. And got a penalty on the play. They got in the neutral zone, but we did move also. Not sure. I think they're going to call that on us.
Yeah, over there on the far
that
side.
guy there says offside, so that's got that one right. That'll be a first down, I think. First down, Newport. Well, very close. Don't know if we got the full 5 on the mark there, but be second down and short, it looks like.
Well, the first down crew had already moved.
They were moving, yes. He's first down. He's signaling it now, and they're still not moving, but the referee signaled first down. And he's pretty adamant that it is a first down, and he tells them move the chains, and finally they do.
Well, the last 2 or 3 minutes, we could have played 5 minutes of the quarter.
Spin it. Little hitch out to Charlie. Charlie Bell still on his feet. Charlie Bell still running. Hounds inside the 25-yard line. First down, Newport.
Charlie Bell catching the football, been the difference the last several plays. Hounds down to the 25, Randy?
Right at the 25, yes. We'll call it the 25, 1st and 10, Newport, 11:03, a wealth of time in this football game. Hounds on the move once again, have dominated the second half of play. I formation. Roddy and Turner in the backfield in the I. Two tight end look with the I formation. Toss to Carl. Carl Turner inside the 10. Carl Turner, touchdown Newport. Carl Turner, 25 yards. We're 1 point down.
The Hounds have almost cut the deficit to 0. They've cut it to 1, 21-20.
And a lot of Stuttgart fans are missing a good game, David. A lot of them have gone home.
Well, at 21-0, you think it was going to be a rout.
May be a rout the other way.
It may be a rout.
Hounds, I think, will go for 2 here, try to take the lead. Still plenty of time whether you make it or not, but would love to see that 1-score lead, 1-point lead. I formation. They've inside to Roddy. It's good, and the Hounds lead 22-21, 10:35 to go in the ball game.
Very uninspired football team in the first half, Randy. We talked about it at the half. A very uninspired effort by the Newport Greyhounds in the first half has turned into a very inspired effort and great football in the second half. We got 10:35 to play. Come on, Greyhounds.
Let's go, Hounds.
Have the Hounds ever overcome a 21-point lead?
I remember several 14s. But,
I remember 14s being 3 times in a game, but I don't ever remember a 21-point lead. Goodness gracious
man,
alive.
this is great.
It's pretty good football right here.
Yeah.
The Hounds were just completely stunned the last 3 or 4 minutes, last 2.5 minutes of the first half, giving up a couple of scores and got down 21-0, then had the football to start the second half. And I said right here on the air, they had to score on that one, have any chance. And they didn't score on that. And they didn't score on it. No, sir.
How dare we?
Now you got to play.
Yeah, absolutely.
You got to keep playing.
Julian Reed to kick off. Has to reset it. Julian Reed to kick. Short kick fielded at the 30-yard line. Stood up. Jordan Neal on the play and several others. Good field position, but great coverage again for the Hounds. Be 1st and 10 Stuttgart from their own 42-yard line. 10:27 to go in the game. We lead by 1.
8 guys that time on the play for the Hounds. The football game brought to you by Mark Manning Shelter Insurance, 523-6514. Iberia Bank, Billy Keaty. For all your banking needs, Lindley Drive, 523-3611.
Come on, defense. I think Mr. Stafford and Mr. Willis make some big plays behind the line of scrimmage. Option this way, pitches it out this way, and they've got a good play. Brassfield out of bounds at the Newport 49-yard line. Gain of 9 on the play brings up 2nd and 1 for Stuttgart. They have some threats. And number 1 of those is number 10, Malik Brassfield. And he's played quarterback, he's played running back. We've seen that guy for, I guess, 3 years now. You remember him in junior high. Power look to the left. Option play that way. Quarterback cuts back. He'll have a 1st down. Tackled at the 47-yard line of Newport. Mabry, Terrell Roddy on that tackle.
How about a turnover?
Yeah, let's take it. A turnover and picking it up and take it to the house. Quarterback. Back, throws a little screen across the middle. Got a man wide open, and it's incomplete. Had the heat coming. He just had to get rid of it, David, and that's probably the difference in a completion or not.
Well, the pass was a little short, but I think Colton Willis might have put his paw on that football. Great effort recovering because that guy was 5, 6, 7 yards behind all of us. 2nd down and 10. Churchman Building Center, Ace Hardware, 1500 Highway 367 North. Your building, whether it's a major remodel or just some minor work, minor repairs, all your project building needs at Ace Hardware, Churchman Building Center.
2nd and 10. Option play left. Ward. He'll have a gain up to the 40. Be 3rd down and 3. 4-down territory. But a big play behind the line of scrimmage defense. 3rd and 3. Schultz in. Murphy out.
Carl Turner comes in at defensive end.
Ball at the 40. Option play this way. Pitches it this way. And he's going nowhere. 4th down and about 4, depending on the spot. 4th and 3. A huge play for this Hound defense, David.
Well, that was just played well by Keith Warsham, among others. 4th and long 3, short 4.
See some fire by those Hound fans, the Hound players. That's what we wanted to see.
9-10 remaining in the game. Hounds lead 22-21.
Make the quarterback throw it quickly if he's going to throw it. Watch the wraparound draw to Brassfield there. They know we're going to be coming. Might try a little delay here. 25-second clock at 1, and they get a timeout barely. They get a timeout with 1 on the shot clock.
I like the shot clock. I like that. Larry Llewellyn representing 3 generations of Greyhounds at 407 Walnut Street, 523-6764. Business accounting services, tax prep and planning, and management consulting. Larry Llewellyn, former Newport Greyhound. He and Zach, of course, Dad, Mr. Sam Llewellyn, who went, 50-something years in a row without missing a Greyhound football game. And
I think I've been to every one since 95, and I think about that, and I think about Mr. Sam. I hadn't done anything.
Right, absolutely.
Nothing compared to what he did, yeah. And some of the efforts he made to get to games, too, you know. I mean, that's part of our, job to get here and advertise and broadcast them, and he didn't have that job, but he thought it was his job to be there.
Absolutely is was. Sam's Diner, breakfast and lunch on 2nd Street. Boy, I had me some chicken and dressing down there today. Mashed potatoes and gravy. And
have any meatloaf this week?
I missed Tuesday. I was out of town Tuesday, but boy, I missed the meatloaf. But I got chicken and dressing and macaroni and cheese, mashed potato and gravy, and green beans, large iced tea. Got a little tea to go. Didn't eat any dessert, but I ate about a plate and a half full of.
Mr. Black, big play in the football game right here.
Yes, sir, it is.
Will they pull something out of their bag of tricks here that they have not run? We'll see. 4th and 3, guys. Option play this way, and they've got to play. And there's a flag, and I think it's on them. The way our guys are clapping on the sideline. I see Coach Wright out looked like he was happy. as John says, they may be short anyway. If they are and it's against them, we'll decline it.
Yeah, we held them. I think we held them from that
I think
spot.
we did. I thought the spot would be passed, and Stuttgart does not like the spot, but it's irrelevant. The Hounds have the football, it looks like.
I think so, too. Decline our football. Yes, sir.
Newport football.
What a turn of events here in this football game, Randy. 8:43 to play.
Let's go, Carl Turner. We're going to feed the beast, baby. 1st and 10. Carl running hard. Carl still on his feet up to the 44-yard line. Gain of 6, 2nd and 4. Love to see those players on that Newport sideline. They're getting into this. David, coming in the second half, I didn't know whether we win it or not. I just want to see some fire out of these guys, nothing else, and we've certainly seen that.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Been a tremendous comeback. Our job is to run the clock here, and we don't have to score. And you don't necessarily want to score if you can run out 8 minutes.
Yeah. Carl cuts back, and he'll be met in the backfield. And boy, nothing there. He'll lose on the play. And we got a flag, too. Most flags are offensively. We'll look for a hold more than likely. Yep, holding Newport. That'll be a 10-yard mark off. Give us another down at least. It was going to be 3rd down and about 7. Now we'll have it 2nd down and about 13 or 14. Could be a blessing in disguise. You never know. Gives us another play. Back to the 32-yard line. Be 2nd and about 16.
Mark and Beverly McGoy Farms and the Saraceni family in Newport, and Purdy's Flowers and Gifts. Greyhound Boosters here on Cable Channel 15 TV.
McCabe and Charlie come this way. Colton split out also. DeAndre Elston to the right, 2nd and 16. Hounds have to get near the 48. They're on 48. Gunner drops it and tries to get out of there, but he can't. We've got all kinds of flags. Could that be a face mask? Maybe so.
Well, I didn't see anybody back there that could have been holding.
Yeah, I don't think it could have been a hold from that position.
We'll see.
Well, the Stuttgart announcers say it's holding, but boy, they was just all piled in together. Hard to get a hold in that situation. Personal foul, face mask. Yeah, that's a 15-yarder.
15. B&T Battery, Neil and Keith Burrow, the battery guys at 2400 Highway 367 North, 523-2758. Batteries of all types. If you need a battery, these guys can produce it at B&T Battery. And Howard's Glass in the new location on Highway 367 North. Windows, doors, glass, windshields, 523-3771. Rick Bass at Howard's Glass.
I don't think he's moved at 15 yet. Personal foul is a 15-yard penalty, obviously, and there's no way they've moved at 15. I don't even think they marked it yet. And again, they're dragging this game out.
Absolutely.
There's no excuse for that. Still don't know that that's 15 from where it took place at, but we'll see. 2nd down. Second and 6.
7:25 to play in the game. We lead 22-21. We're running clock.
Kyron in motion to the right. We drop the snap again, and that's twice tonight in the last couple of series.
You hear that little whistle down there? Go deep, deep, deep.
Yeah, I've been hearing that.
I've been hearing it the whole game.
Be 3rd down and 8 from the 40. Love to get a first down here. Clock's at 6:44 and counting. 25-second clock just now started.
Yeah, we'll take it.
See if we can run it as well as Helena West Helena, although a couple times they ran it too long. Hounds line up in the I. Toss to Carl. And he'll be wrapped up for a no gain at the 40-yard line. Be 3rd down and 8 for Newport, 4th down, and we'll punt the football.
Get good protection here and get the punt off. Wish for the best. Don't know about the wind. We can't tell which direction it's coming from.
It kind of looks like it's got a little north maybe, or I don't know. It's kind of, the rain's not really blowing a lot. It's blowing somewhat. The snow's not blowing out of the south is all I can tell for sure.
The rain looks like it's coming right out the north.
Hounds to punt. Will Golden to deep snap to Charlie. Charlie with a short kick. And it'll be down at the 49-yard line. Only about a 13-yard punt.
Yeah, it shows to be right on top of
Yeah,
us.
getting closer by the second.
5:32, and Stuttgart with the football.
Good field position at the 49-yard line. Again, the Hounds have not gotten a turnover yet.
Hadn't seen a Brand Body Shop collision of the week, and don't know if the storms come. I don't imagine that Coach Harrison will join us.
1st and 10 from the 49. Reverse pass coming up. Throws it up in the air. Picked off! Worsham! Keith Worsham. And they just threw that ball up for grabs, and the Hounds have it. We've got an injury over here. Looks like Darren Roddy. Hopefully he'll be okay. Great read by Worsham, playing center field.
Well, it was going to be a reverse pass from one of the split receivers, and he just threw it up to absolutely nobody. And that is Roddy, who is down. And it is a cramp. And you would hope he could get up and get off the field real quickly. 5:22 remaining in the football game. The Hounds lead 22-21. Hounds just had to punt, and then Stuttgart running a split-in reverse pass. They throw it right to Keith Worsham. Still working on a Newport Greyhound.
There we go. Roddy up on his feet. And great to have Zach Hoyt, the trainer, on staff. He's been on staff about 3 weeks. Also, of course, he works at Harris Hospital. Serves as trainer for Newport Greyhound football. Coach Harrison, all the other coaches are so glad to have him. He's doing a great job. 5:22 to go in this football game. Stuttgart has 2 timeouts left. Not a factor yet, but if we can string a couple of first downs, it does become a factor. Offensive line, you can win this football game for us. Again, Deshaun Anderson playing on that offensive line. We'll have him at a left guard. You got Jesse, Deshaun, Schultz, Statler.
Hounds are going to have to hurry. Got 10 seconds on the 25-second clock.
I formation. Carl will get about 2 to the 48-yard line. We'll milk that clock the best we can here. Again, that whistle is driving me nuts. I don't know where that's at.
Looking down there at the cheerleaders, I thought maybe something for them. 5 minutes to go. Hounds are going to obviously move the 25-second clock down. Stuttgart has 2 timeouts left.
I formation once again. Carl. We're just very conservative football, which is fine. We're wanting to run that clock, but boy, it'd be nice to get 1 first down. Carl gets 1. It'd be 3rd down and 7. Clock will be inside 4 when we snap it again. David, one first down would be massive.
It would be
massive.
huge because you can run a couple of minutes
Yeah.
off the clock. And again, you really don't want to score. You score, you go up 28-21.
Yeah,
If you don't
unless
get
you
the
make a
extra
two-point
point,
conversion, yeah.
then those guys can score and go for 2 and win the game.
Yeah,
So
yeah. Just want to run the clock, which
Yes.
we can with, maybe one first down, for sure 2 first downs. With their 2 timeouts, probably take 2. Gunner straight back, in trouble. Throws it incomplete, and that'll stop the clock, which we don't like. But anyway, Hounds will punt it. 3:51 to go in the game. Hounds lead by 1. 4th down and 7. We'll be punting the football. I don't think the wind is a big factor right now. Charlie to punt. Will Golden, your deep snapper. Ben Collier lines up out here. Rain picks up and wind picks up. Good snap. Good job by Charlie getting that out of there. Takes a pretty good Hound roll. And they'll have to go more than 80, David. And the wind's blowing and the rain's coming. There's 3:45 to go in this football game. There's a flag on the play. I don't know what that would be. It's a holding penalty against Newport, and that will hurt. David, we had them backed up inside the 20. Now we'll have to punt it again and look at the rain and wind coming. That hurts.
Boy, I mean, the rain is coming down in sheets.
Well, we haven't seen lightning, so maybe there's not any lightning with what's coming. Hopefully not.
I want to remind everybody, just before I forget, about Subway and their specials: a 6-inch ham or turkey sub chips and 21-ounce drink, $5. That's for the month of October. 7 days a week that special's good. And all regular footlongs, $5 on Saturdays and Sundays, and all cookies at 50% off after 7 p.m. while supplies last.
And again, the officials very slow to get this marked off. I mean, you mark off 10 and let's go. Hounds will punt it again from 10 yards further back. Great job on the first one. Be tough to duplicate that. Tyler Asher, the up back. Good snap. Charlie does a good job of getting rid of it. It's a pretty good bounce. Let it bounce, guys. The clock will run. Not bad by Charlie. Down to the 39-yard line. Stuttgart has 61 yards to go. 3:38 remaining. 2 timeouts.
Stuttgart's ability to throw the football was key on those guys getting their 21 points. I don't think you're going to get much effort from your aerial game here in this type of weather. And our defense has been stellar here in the second half. Come on, Hounds.
Get a turnover, and let's ice this thing with a turnover. 1st and 10 from the 38. 2 receivers each way. Ward rolls this way. Heat coming after him. Incomplete. 2nd down and 10. Again, tough to throw it in these conditions.
Now, the throw was good, just tough to throw in catch. Yeah, no doubt about that. But quarterback throws a bullet. 2nd down and 10. Clock stops. 3:34 to play in the football game. Hounds lead 22-21 after trailing 21-0 at the half. Been an incredible second half, incredible comeback.
2nd and 10 from the 39. Motion. And they'll have a motion against Stuttgart. That'll be a 5-yard penalty. 2nd down and 15.
Drip.
2nd and 15. They'll mark it back to the 36-yard line. It's 3:33 to go in the game. Hounds lead by 1. One of these days they're going to hand it to Malik on that fly sweep or something. We have to be aware of that. Quarterback rolls. He's got heat. Throws it up here. Incomplete. If DeAndre would have played the ball, he'd had a pick six there, but that's all right. 3rd down and 15.
Well, we knew it'd be difficult to throw. I mean, it is just pouring down.
Right out of the north.
We assume we're still filming upstairs. We don't see Dan.
He's covered up. 3rd and 15. Back straight back. Got all day. Contain. Throws it deep. Ooh, and that was scary. 15 was behind everybody if he catches it because we went for the ball. 4th and 15 for Stuttgart.
He's got to make one play.
Yeah. And, this won't necessarily end it. We still couldn't run the clock out by going to a knee because they have 2 timeouts left, but it goes a long way to winning it. 4th and 15. Watch something out of their bag of tricks. They want to get the ball in 10's hands, I'm sure, and sometimes passing it's not the best way of getting it to him. Back rolls. There comes Heat. He's in trouble. Throws it across the middle. Caught by 12, but he'll be brought down. And the Hounds have held 3:13 to go in the game. The Hounds have it 1st and 10 inside the Stuttgart 40.
Take care of the football. Try to get a first down. Put the game away. Come from behind. Trailing 21 points at the half. And the Hounds have a chance to really redeem themselves for their first half actions.
You don't want to hear some of the things that were said at halftime, but anyway, what a great turnaround. Just hold on to the football. Carl. Stay in bounds, Carl. That's a good, well, not necessarily a good game, but it keeps the clock running. They'll stop it. They'll have 1 timeout left. They'll stop it at 3:05. Be 2nd and 9 Newport. Stuttgart will have 1 timeout left.
Yeah, you have to get a first down to have a chance to run out the clock. It makes you handle the ball more, but that's what we want. We'd much rather be trying to handle it as to let them handle it, but a little give in the rain there momentarily, just a light give.
We'll take any give we can get.
Absolutely.
Well, not necessarily. Might be good. It's a great game, this football, isn't it?
Well, it's a funny game because you never know. I mean, you don't. It's not that we played real poorly in the first half. The last 2 minutes, we just got a couple of bad breaks. We got down 21-0, and then you go, heck, fire. You didn't score, which is unusual for the Hound offense not to score. Then you go, goodness gracious, what's next for the Hounds?
Ben Collier in the game at running back.
And what was next was 22 unanswered in the second half.
It's raining.
Yes, it is.
Kyron in motion this way. Look for Ben to come this way. Ben Collier. No, Gunner's got it. Gunner very near a first down depending on the spot. And that will be huge if it is. Still no indication, is there, David, on first down?
I haven't seen anybody.
Yeah, first down Newport.
Yes, huge. Huge. I think we went out of bounds, which is okay. You get the first down.
First down's,
Absolutely.
number 1, yeah. First and 10 Newport from about the 27-yard line. Carl back in the game at running back. Rain lightens up briefly. And the clock is running, so we're milking it very well inside 7. Let's go, guys. Gunner, hands off inside. We fumbled the football, but I think we got it back. We got it back, unfortunately. Hounds get it back.
Yeah, the clock's still moving.
Stuttgart with 1 timeout left. They do not use it here.
I think if you're Coach Harrison, you tell your kids, guys, look, we want to get another first down, but we don't want to score.
Yeah.
We do not want to score.
Absolutely. Clock's inside 2 minutes, 1:50 and counting. Hounds 8 seconds to get the snap off. Gunner runs to the line of scrimmage, I formation. Gunner keeps it for about a gain of 1. I think Stuttgart will use their final timeout here. It'll be 3rd down and about 3 for Newport. 1:38 to go in the game. Stuttgart has no timeouts remaining.
And again, we explained to you why we really don't want to score, because if you do score, you get 6 points onto your 22, which gives you 28, makes it 28-21. If you would have missed the extra point, you lead by 7. If Stuttgart, when they get the ball back, they could go down and score a touchdown and get a 2-point conversion and beat you. It has happened. It happened in 1981 at Jonesboro. As a matter of fact, I think the score at the time was 21-20.
And the ball spotted right around the 20-yard line. Officials blow it, call the teams back onto the field. Coach Harrison has given instructions to his team. Don't score, don't fumble. Those are the 2 top priorities. First down would be another priority, but it would be 3rd. Gunner straight ahead. He'll be short of a first down. Hounds will have to snap it. We'll have 4th down here, but the clock will run down inside 1 minute before we have to snap it again. We'll see when they set it. Still have not set it. Clock's at 1:20 and not set. There we go. So we can take it down to about 55 seconds or so before we have to snap it. The first down would seal it. I think we may run it down to 1 and call a timeout. Clock will run down to 55 and we'll call a timeout. And Coach Harrison wants to give specific instructions to his team at this point.
I'll check out the radar right here. And Dan,
it's raining.
Let me tell you what we're going to do, Dan, if you can hear us upstairs. We're going to wait. I want you to just stay right there. We'll turn the camera off. We'll wait on Coach Harrison to come down. If he happens to come, he may not come, but if he does, and I think he will, what do you think about you just staying there and you can call me on the phone after the game, and we'll just interview him. We don't have to have him on camera, but we'll just interview him and you can film the rain. So that would be the temporary plan that we'd like to use now, because I'd have to come up there and you'd have to come down here. And I'd say let's just stay right where you are. And when he comes up here, we'll do the interview right here. Make sure you get me the time, please, sir, on the half.
4th down and 3 for Newport. First down would seal it. And we just want to main.
And I'm assuming we're going to win the football game. I hope we are.
Carl Turner. First down, Newport. And that. We'll wait the signal. I think he's got it. First down, Newport, and we can go to a knee.
Unbelievable effort tonight in the second half by the Newport Greyhounds.
Well, John says there's a flag on the play. I did not see that, and there is one.
Oh, goodness. Hope it's a dead ball. It is a dead ball.
Dead ball to only Stuttgart, so that's. And again, we just want to go to a knee here.
And do not score.
Brassfield's very upset.
We did not recognize our Newport Greyhounds, but they got inspired to have came out and played the way we know capable of playing.
Whatever halftime speech Coach Harrison gave, he needs to give it at the beginning of every game.
Hounds will just go to a knee here, we think.
That's what we need to do.
Clock starts.
They spin the clock, yeah, and it's at 16. We can run it down to about 27 before we even have to snap it, and one snap obviously wins it. Hounds go, Gunner goes under center. We got a victory formation. We'll call a timeout with 25 seconds to go. Coach Harrison just wants to make sure we do this right. And I can't blame him. Thank you, Shane.
Well, the rains came.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Shane.
There are no fans left in the Newport stands, but I know they're around the sideline there. And Stuttgart
they're up.
fans are all gone.
Randy, if you see, they're up under the stands.
Oh, okay. I see them. Yeah, they're
Yeah,
here.
they're up under the
I knew they wouldn't go anywhere. There are no fans left in the Stuttgart stands, I don't think. And they missed a great second half for Newport.
Yes. You trail 21-0, come back and win. That's big time.
Yeah.
That's big time.
Especially, just the way the half ended, as disappointing as it was. You just didn't know how much fire there was. Gunner will go to knee, and the Newport Greyhounds with a huge 22-21 victory over Stuttgart. Hounds go to 4-2 overall, 2-1 in the conference. Great win, David.
Well, we'll keep it right here for just a second, Dan, before we get off. Make sure you get us the time. But let me say this. A game changer for your football team. You lose the football game, you play so uninspired in the first half. If you do lose this football game, then you don't know where your season's headed after that. I mean, it's tough from a motivational standpoint to get yourself back on key and get to going. But the Hounds come back down 21-0 at the half, score 22 unanswered, win the football game 22-21. We'll hope to have Coach Harrison up next.